morning, basketball fans, and welcome to the Doghouse here at Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire, for a good one in Division I between the Bulldogs of Bedford, coming in with a record of 9-5, going up against the Trinity Pioneers, much tougher than their 5-10 record indicates coming into this one. Connor Walsh, one of the best players in all of New Hampshire high school basketball, going against a team in Bedford that just has a lot of different weapons, led by their big man, Colby Gendron, the 6'7" junior center. We'll have all the highlights, all the play-by-play, the post-game reaction as well with the winning team and the winning coach. It's Bedford and it's Trinity, and it's coming up on n8sportspage.com. So with 1:44 left in the first half, it's going to be Bedford ball. They got an 8-point lead, 28-20 on Trinity. And it's going to be Hayes bringing it in. Off the catch on the out-of-bounds play, Braden Moreno sinks the three, and it's a double-digit lead. Biggest lead of the afternoon, or the evening, I should say, for the Bulldogs. 31-20, final minute and a half of the first half. Directing traffic, gets it to Hines. Hines going to dribble once, then pick up that dribble, throw it left side, trick it. We're under a minute left in the half. Walsh in the lane, turnaround hook shot is good by Connor Walsh. He's got 13, 31-22. Back the other way, scoring it is Bauer for Bedford, and it's back to an 11-point lead in the final 40 seconds. And Walsh with 15 of the 24 for Trinity. They trail by 9, 33-24. Bauer at the other end scoring, and it's once again back to a double-digit lead, 35-24, final 8 seconds. Santos with it, goes to Mackey, now back to Jordan Santos, gets the pick from Mackey, the pick and roll. Mackey bounce pass, Trickett. Trickett scores. Nice play out of the timeout, drawn up by Matt Lemieux, and Trinity's back within 10, 39-29. Colby, and the lead is back to 12 again, 41-29, another turnover by Trinity. Bauer up ahead, Hughes drew contact, put it up high off the window, and it fell down, and it's a 14-point deficit for Trinity, 43-29. Bedford. Left-hand side, dribbles to the middle now. Gets it in the hands of Hughes. Hughes going to pull up for three, and it's short, and Walsh clears the rebound. Walsh with the push. Up ahead, Trickett underneath, reverse layup is good. Nice feed from Walsh to Trickett. Trickett's now in double figures with 10. The lead is 12 for Bedford, 45-33, 4:20 left to go, third quarter. Then Hayes, maybe not as good a shooter. Hughes with it, he's certainly a good shooter, has it right baseline, pulls up, over Trickett, almost on cue, 49-33, Hughes, he's nearing double figures, he's got 9, and the lead is 16, 49-33. Right hand side, Bauer. Bauer drives down the lane, Bauer flips it up, missed it, tips his own rebound, it's chased down by Mackey though, up ahead to Hines. Hines feeds Santos to the basket, lays it in. James Santos, he's got 5 points now. The lead is 13 for Bedford, 49-36. A little bit more than 3 minutes left. Fourth quarter underway. Bedford up 11. They feed it into Bauer up top. Hughes for three. Hughes tickling the twine. Ryan Hughes has got 12 points, and the lead is 12. 52-38, 14. Left side, spins around in the lane, flips it up, no. Pretty move by Simon Berry, just couldn't finish it. Here comes Hughes back the other way for Bedford. Hughes, crossover dribble, pulls up, 18-footer is good. It was only a 2, he was inside the arc, but it was pretty. 56-40, Ryan Hughes has got 14. Out of timeout, Walsh with it, bounce pass, Trickett, good feed, Trickett finished. What a bounce pass by Connor Walsh. They've hooked up on a couple of those. Trickett's got 12. The lead is 16, 58-42. Hayes now into the hands of Bauer. Bauer to Moreno. Moreno puts it on the floor to the basket. Scoops and scores. Braden Moreno makes it an 18-point lead again, 60-42, 4:40 left. Walsh picks up the dribble on the left-hand side. Trickett thought about the three up top. Dagan, he'll fire a three, and Dagan sinks it from straight on. Zach Dagan's first three of the game, and it's a 15-point lead, 60-45. Picks up his dribble, feeds it Dagan, he'll fire a three, and Dagan puts another one home, his second here since coming off the bench in the fourth quarter, and it's an 11-point deficit, 62-51. On 11. Walsh finds Dagan. He's had the hot hand. Here's another three straight on. And he puts his third three-pointer in the net. And it's a 8-point game, 62-54. Zach Dagan with 9 points here in the fourth quarter, all on threes. Now a turnover. Walsh ahead of the pack, lays it in. 6-point game, 62-56. Walsh has 24. Minute 51 left, timeout, Bedford. And that's the final score. Bedford wins 67-56. The Bulldogs are 10-5. Trinity falls to 5-11. The Bedford Bulldogs improving to 10-5 on the season with an impressive victory tonight, 67-56. The final score was sounds a lot closer than this one really was. They were up by 18 in the second half. Trinity actually made a push, got within 6 late in that fourth quarter, but it was a little too late. Here's some of the guys that helped make it happen. Looking down there, we got Josh Bauer over here, Justin Hayes on my right. And one of the big guys, Josh Kaler over here, and Ryan Hughes down there. And I'll start with you, Ryan, because you really started heating this thing up in the second half. You finished with 16 points, but you had only 5. But a lot of that had to do with the work that he was doing. He's a very, very good slasher. I don't know too many kids in New Hampshire that can get to the basket as good. But you guys just have a real solid, balanced team. Colby Jenner only had 2 points tonight. He had foul trouble. But you put, 4 other guys in double figures. It was very, very impressive what you did tonight.
Yeah, it was a great team win. Josh likes to set people up with his drives, and if he doesn't kick it, he can get to the hoop himself, and he did that pretty well in the second half, right, Josh? Yeah. We played great, decent defense coming back in the second half, but we need to close out games a little stronger.
Josh, let's talk about that. What did you see in the final quarter? I know that kid Zach Dagan came in, number 5, and hit 3 threes, NBA range type of threes. Connor Walsh is always tough, finished with 24 points. But what did you see that kind of allowed them to get back into the game, give you guys a little bit of a scare?
They just, at the end of the game, they just made one final push. We didn't want that to happen. I think we buckled down on defense right in the last couple minutes, and we came away with a solid win.
Let's talk to some of these guys down here. Justin, you were real hot in the first half. You had 8 or 9 points in the game in the first half. And Josh was just solid throughout. He scored 6 in the first, 6 in the second half. But talk about the balance and what you guys can do late in games. If you've got a big lead, you got so many ball handlers. I know Braden Marino's not in this shot, but he's a very important part of your backcourt. You guys can just play keep away, and they can't keep up with you. You guys are so fast, and you handle the ball so good.
Yeah, we got a good set of guards this year, and we all move the ball well. We don't turn it over, and we actually move it well together as a team, and we find the open player, and then we hit him, and then it works out from there.
All right, Josh, this one is kind of a loaded question. I think a lot of people are wondering how good Bedford really is. You guys have been kind of under the radar. Everybody's talking about Central and Pinkerton and Merrimack and Nashua North. But I don't think a lot of people are talking about Bedford. Should they be?
I believe so. I mean, we lost a couple tough games on the stretch to Central and Memorial at their place. I think, on any given night, any team can beat anyone. I think that we can be one of those teams at UNH in the Final Four at the end of the season.
All right, guys, impressive victory tonight, 67-56 over Trinity. Got Mark Elmendorf here, victorious Bedford Bulldogs, 67-56. Talking to some of the guys, I mean, it was, I would say you guys were in command of this one all the way. I know they made a run late in that fourth quarter and got within 6. You probably didn't like that too much, but I thought an impressive win by your team tonight nevertheless.
Kids played well. I was very pleased with the balance. 4 kids in double figures, 1 with 9. I thought we handled the ball well. I think we only had 8 or 9 turnovers for the game. I was pleased. It was a good win.
And considering that you really didn't have Colby Jenner at all tonight, he picked up 2 offensive fouls in the first minute and 18. He sat the rest of the first half, so he really didn't play at all. And then he only finished with 2 points. But you showed your depth, especially that backcourt. You guys just got a number of guys that can handle the ball and cause problems for other people.
We have 4 or 5 kids that can handle the ball well. We spread the floor there. Took some time every possession, which I thought was key, which we don't always do well. But Colby had a tough night. The 2 offensive fouls were huge. Trinity has always been a little bit of a rivalry with Bedford, not as much anymore. But he was hyped up for the game, and I think it just got he got a little ahead of it. That's all. He'll be fine. He's a great player.
Let's talk about Josh Kaler. I mean, I've said this all along that this kid is a slasher extraordinaire. He reminds me of myself a little bit when I was playing, because I was able to get fouled a lot because I was just so awkward out there, and he kind of looks awkward out there. I know he's lefty, so it's a little different, but the kid can get to the line and he can finish.
Josh does a lot of things well. First of all, he guards the best scorer every night. Okay, he did a nice job. Even though Walsh had 24, he did a nice job on him. He's a great offensive rebounder. He finishes well around the rim, and he gets to the basket. He's a very underrated player. He's one of our captains. He has been, for the season, my biggest surprise. He has been, attitude-wise, practice and games, he has been absolutely fantastic.
Let's talk about how good this Bedford team really is. With the win tonight, you're now 10-5, correct? 3 games to go. I think a lot of people aren't putting Bedford in there as, one of the teams that could win it all. They're mentioning Central and Pinkerton and Merrimack, Nashville North, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about Bedford. We had Josh Bauer kind of state the case that you guys do belong in that mix for a potential Final Four spot at UNH in about a month from now.
Well, we'll see. We got BG on Friday, which is going to be a big game as well. And then we got Concord, and then we ended with Exeter, who beat us pretty easily up at the Queen City. So, we'll see what happens. Our goal is to win out, obviously, and then let the chips fall as far as the seedings go. So we'll see.
Well, it was fun coming out here and watching you guys tonight. Just want to say we appreciate the support that you've given for nhsportspage.com.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it. I read the website every day, faithfully. So.
All right, thanks, Coach. If you went on the website today, you may have noticed that we made a big announcement that we're going to be going registration only in the very near future. And what does that mean to you? Well, really, you're going to have to be a registered member to be on the website, and it's going to cost $50, and you're still going to get all the coverage that we've been providing, all the game coverage, the video, the stories, the previews, the radio show, all that. And we're going to give you a deal for locking in before March 10th or on March 10th or before then. We're going to give you the whole rest of this season, and then you'll be all set with the full access right through next basketball season as well. We just wanted to give you a little bit of advance warning because we don't want you to miss out on all this great content that we provide. And we're going to continue to provide on nhsportspage.com. And if you make a $100 donation, you could still become a gold level member, and then you'll have all the full game highlights. I know Connor Walsh's parents, they each made a donation today. So Connor Walsh, now a gold level member, he's going to be able to see this entire game tonight in its entirety, as will Mark Elmendorf, the Bedford coach, who made a $100 gold level donation earlier this year, and we really appreciate it.